A lot of love coming from Jamaica, y'all. Hey. So what's up, guys? I love it so much. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for telling me to keep pushing. Please go ahead and share some of those videos that you love so much with your family and friends. Get them involved. Picture Not Perfect is here. We are bettering, not perfecting. So just wanted to say welcome, and I'm so glad that you guys are here. Welcome to the Cocoa Bean family. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your continuous support. Let's get it. Hey Cocoa Beans, welcome back. If you do hear a lot of noise and things, it's my little babies playing outside. My room that I record in is close to the front of the house, so they just outside having a good time. So I do apologize in advance for that. But today I just wanted to kind of revisit some of the topics that we talked about in partnership. Building those healthy partnerships are so very important, right? And Brandy and I, touch base on some of the negative things that we have went through, seen other people go through, and just things to avoid in general. But we didn't really elaborate on a lot because we had a lot to get through. So today, before we talk about any other relationship, I want to take the time to elaborate on just a few of those things. A few of the negative things that you should try to avoid when trying to connect with a healthy partner. Number one, narcissism. A narcissistic person is the most unhealthiest person you could possibly deal with in your life. They are so controlling, so manipulative, just bad, okay? And unfortunately, I think we all probably have some type of narcissistic trait. However, there are full-blown narcissists out here, and there's no cure. So if you have one of these people, just kick them to the curb, because they have to change within themselves. You can't force nobody to change. We know that. These type of people are so hard to crack because they already are so very self-centered, so very egotistical. And so when you're dealing with somebody like that, they already think that they're right all the time. With narcissistic energy, men are more likely to get the rep. However, women are very narcissistic as well. There's a quote that I put on my Instagram. A lot of those quotes that I put in Tutorial Thursdays, quotes from last week, will be incorporated in the talks that we're having today in regards to what things to avoid. So if you like those quotes, listen up here, because they are entwined and they have something to do with what this video is talking about. So the very first quote ties into narcissism. I'm actually going to read it to you guys. Y'all know me and my notes. Stay away from people that think you expressing your feelings is a problem. They don't want to tackle the problem because they don't want to admit to their wrongdoings. Okay? As I stated before, narcissistic people, self-centered, egotistical, all about themselves. It's always you, never them. Okay? They tend to act like a child. Narcissists tend to have bad coping mechanisms. So like, whether that's lashing out during an argument, could care less about how you feel, whether that's drugs, alcohol, any other types of addictions out there. There's so many, we're not going to go through the list. But narcissists tend to have those things. Now, that's not to say that other people don't have those types of addictions, but narcissists as well tend to have a lot of addictions. Because again, it's never them. It's always you or whatever they're tackling. It's something wrong with that. They can't look at themselves and correct themselves. It's always others. It's always other things. So they'll wrap themselves up in things that bring them comfort, not knowing that that could potentially be harming them. They're not going to listen to someone who got their best interest in trying to help because they already think that you're wrong. They're going to continue to do what they do until it's like slap in the face, and sometimes they don't even get it then. So narcissists cannot handle criticism whatsoever. Don't even try to tell them that they're wrong at anything because they're going to look at you like you are crazy. Okay, they go against anybody that's against their beliefs. So don't even try to criticize, help, nothing. Just listen. Save yourself. I can't say it enough. Men, run. Ladies, run. Get away. Because you can't save them. And I'm pretty sure they're definitely not trying to save themselves because their mind, they're always right. So it's pointless. It's pointless. Again, if you're dealing with a narcissist, exit stage left. You won't regret it. I promise. Moving on to the next point. Another trait to avoid, or thing to avoid. Let's say thing. Another thing to avoid is someone who's quick to forgive but easy to forget. Now, women, we can sometimes get this rep because when you are in an argument and all this, and then your man or whomever comes back and they're like, oh babe, I'm sorry, please forgive me, da 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 da, and you forgive, but then how easily do you forget that you just forgave this person? Relationships don't work like that. Relationships don't work like that. If you forgive, and you let go. You forgive and you forget. You cannot say, oh yeah, I forgive you today, but the next time this same situation comes up, I'm going to just forget that I done forgave you, and here go round 500 and him just trying to prove himself. If you've forgiven them, forgive them and let it go. When you forgive, you're supposed to act like that ain't even happening no more. And if it's too hard for you to forget, then you might want to take a step back. But you should be able to forgive someone. Forgiveness is key. They outside playing. Forgiveness is key. You gotta let bygones be bygones. Because if you don't, you will create a damaged, untrusting relationship. And baby, that ain't the type of relationship to be in if you want happiness. Stop holding on to things. The quote from Two Trill Thursday the other week that I tied to this one states, forgiveness requires us to surrender ourselves, our pride, and our right to be offended. When you forgive, all things become new. You cannot let those same mistakes happen again. Once forgiven, you cannot let those mistakes happen again because you will furthermore decline in trust and end up with nothing. So when you forgive, and the person who is asking for forgiveness got to make sure that they're in the right mindset of this cannot happen again. If you just asking for forgiveness to play with her head, then you're asking for whatever you about to reap once you do whatever you did again. So make sure that it's a genuine ask and make sure it's a genuine forgive. The next thing to stay away from are people who say that they want you, they keep you on the side, but they never make a commitment. Stay away from them people, honey. the quote I posted for this. Some people just want the attention of having you without the responsibility of being committed to you. Everyone wants something real until they meet someone whose real standards or expectations challenge them to be real consistent, real considerate, and real committed. Don't say you want something real, baby, if you ain't ready. The ones that's afraid of commitment. Oh my gosh. They want everything you got, everything that you can give, but they will not commit to you. You can't give them commitment gifts and not have the committed. Because you're going to end up hurting yourself. Be careful. You guys remember when Brandy said, don't let the sex blind you? This is the perfect example. Y'all ever hear those couples that have been in 3+ year worth relationship? They done moved in. They doing the do all the time. They talking about kids. Possibly didn't even had kids. Going through hell and high water. But what a ring. You like, dang, you going through all of that? And y'all ain't married, bro? Like, what? Like, dang. Then, when you ask him or her, well, we love each other, we care about each other so much, and da-da-da-da-da. People on the outside like, okay. Within the relationship, you probably at home like, man, I'm tired of everybody asking, or like, when we get married and da-da-da-da-da. Like, when are we getting married? Well, babe, you know I love you. You know I care about you. I heard, babe, like, I know you want to marry me, but I'm just not ready. Like, I'm scared. Why are you so afraid of commitment? If you look around, you're probably doing everything. So, what's stopping you? Now, it's different if you got somebody now, babe, you know I love you, you know I care about you, you know I'm out here hustling every day for us. We gonna get there. Continuous talks about the future. Continuous push towards the future. Maybe it's just finances can't get you to that ring or something like that. Then that's understandable, but at the same time, it shouldn't take 5+ years to get it together. Have a shotgun wedding. Go to the courthouse. Have the big nuptials later. You don't need all that, no way. Do a big honeymoon. All them big things, that's for the people that's there. You split second. Picture here, picture there, and then y'all out the door. Probably don't even remember your wedding after it's done. If you want somebody in your life, be committed to them. Don't get all the benefits of the relationship and be afraid to commit or look at them crazy when they coming at you a certain way. And that's where a lot of people mess up. When really you should come into it like, hey, I just need some attention. I just want to shaboing, you know, and be done with it, you know, like, that's it. When you are straightforward with people, some people gonna shaboing, that's it. That's all they want, shaboing. That's it. And they'll be all right with that. But when you come across good people that know what they want and stuff like that, you can't be playing with hearts. You can't be playing with hearts. Get cut. People crazy nowadays about their feelings. You understand? That's the last thing I will ever do is play with somebody's feelings. I cannot, because I don't want mine played with. So know what you want before getting involved. And if you have somebody that's sitting right beside you looking at this video with you, who you done been with for some years, you need to look at them, and be like, you need to know what you want. Which one is it? You want to be single? You want to shaboing boing all the time? Or you want a commitment Don't keep draining yourself. People will be in these sticky situations for years, years and years, and then be 60, 70 years old looking back like, now you got 6, 7 kids running around the house and just ain't never been married. It don't work like that, y'all. It don't work like that. And then you wonder why health get out of whack. Finances all out of whack and stuff, because when you're not doing things the right way and treating people right, karma is out there. Karma is real. Okay? And y'all want to do all that, but you end up losing people too. Losing good people because you want to act out or cut up. Don't do that. Know what you want. Don't do things for attention. Everybody like, they seeking attention. Don't you be seeking attention. Know what you want. Be committed to it. Period. They'll get in their head, oh, she'll always be there. Oh, he'll always be there. And that's not necessarily the case. What somebody won't do, somebody else will. So you have to be on your P's and Q's. Stop thinking that people gonna always be there. And a lot of people like to say, oh, well, what's for me is for me, and it's gonna always be for me. You right. You right. Karma is real, and what's for you is for you. However, good people come into your life for a reason. And you can say, oh, what's for me is for me and stuff, to not look at yourself in the mirror. If they want to go, let them walk. You were so afraid of commitment. This person has walked out of your life. The one that you don't even know, but God may have sent to rescue you. And now you got to settle for something that may be close to it, but not exact. Because you couldn't get yourself together enough to be committed. You just wanted attention. You wanted some fun time. You have to avoid these people. If you don't, it's a ballpark of wasted time. Don't waste your time. So the next point is moving too fast. Moving too fast kind of ties into the last part, so I'm not going to harp on it too much. But, you know, most people who get in those, let me say, not moving too fast can prevent that, oh, I want you, and never being committed. If you slow it down, you're able to acknowledge those things head on and save yourself. But moving too fast can get you quickly into those, oh, let's just go with the flow. The quote from Two Trill Thursday comes from Tyler Perry, and it says, before you marry someone, you need to see them in all seasons. Happy, mad, stable, broke, and been hurt. You gotta see your people in all of those stages. Now, you probably will see them more when you know that's your soulmate and you guys spend a lot more time together and they open up to you and they get more comfortable. You probably will see that more, not necessarily when you're just casually dating or whatever. But when you do make that decision to take the steps with a person, make sure that you see those things. It could help you avoid red flags, but it can also be an eye-opener to your partner to see what areas they could possibly coach you in if they're succeeding, or just give you support. Now, it shouldn't drain them, and it shouldn't drain you. So, be careful. Acknowledge if it's small and fixable, or if it's massive and they need to run to counseling, because you don't need that on your shoulders. It's different. So it's very important to acknowledge those things. Don't move too fast. Anybody that's just so quick and moving too fast and not really truly identifying those things, those key factors, happy, mad, stable, bro, they're not really interested in none of that, but they're interested in what you can give them. Avoid. Next point. Weak eyes. Another thing I like to call lust. We guys, yes. This is where the point that Brandy made. She was like, that her next man not gonna have social media, and I'm like, friend, now you know, social media is just the time that we live in. But this is where social media does come in and it plays a factor. Now, it's one thing if you scrolling through and you say, she looks nice. He looks nice. But when it's like this one particular person or these couple of people, double tap, double tap. Ooh, girl. Oh, he is fine. Oh, he got another picture. When you constantly doing that, it's like, all right. Now, why you doing this on their stuff? Do you do this on the person that you in love? Do you do that? Because why you so gung-ho about them and not that person that's sitting right beside you that you in that relationship with? And I know guys are going to be like, man, women just be over the top and jealous and da-da-da-da-da. Listen, I'm a woman, and us women, we are women. I can tell you a little secret. When you out here and you double tapping and you doing all this, you may think you just double tapping. And some men literally just showing support, but show that support to family members. Because these strangers and these other girls that you've cordial with, known since high school or whatever, they just like anybody else would see those likes. Some of them, some, will see those likes as, he interested. Let me drop this picture. This is going to make him real interested. And even though she may not be bold enough to jump in your comment, like, I see you liking my pictures, da-da-da-da-da, it's the fact that she's getting that like out of you. Some women plot, baby. And it's some women out here that are so disgusting that they will fall in love and admire a married man or a man that's in a relationship, treating his woman right. She will plot on you to end y'all situation just off some likes, etc. Jealousy is real out here, and you want to double tap. Same thing for women. Men are very straightforward. Some of them, they will jump in your inbox. I see you liking these pictures. Or may not even say you liking anything. Just may come because they see that you constantly looking. Y'all remember the old saying, look but don't touch? Said by majority of moms when the kids are going in the store. Look but don't touch. Look but don't double tap. You don't have to double tap to say, that's a nice picture. Because the moment that you double tap and you do all this stuff, hang it up. You're opening the door for things to happen. Even if they don't at the moment, you're opening that door for things to happen. You shouldn't have a like on every picture on somebody's page or every other picture. Every 2 pictures. I don't care. If you are in a relationship or you're seriously interested in somebody, control your fingers, control your mouth, and be all about that person. Anybody that's super lustful, I cannot stand a friendly dude. I cannot. As what I done been in such, just off of personality, men don't like women who are just nice sometimes. So you gotta know how far to go with things. Again, if it's a family member, ladies, you done met that family member, whatever, right on. But these people from high school and college and all this, everybody got a little glow up. So, Michelle ain't looking like Michelle from high school, so she got a little, and y'all, Michelle had a crush on you, but you may not know it. And Michelle, she dropping all kind of tea for you because she still got that crush from high school. But you don't know that. And y'all want to get mad at the girl or get mad at the guy for coming to you with what bothers them. If you're all about them, it shouldn't be no hassle. Social media is social media. Anybody that have those eyes, those double taps, comments, avoid. Last few points that I have. I'm just going to fly right through them. First one, to avoid lack of support. If your partner does not feel supported by you, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. Lack of support. Not feeling like your partner has your back. You feel alone. Worst feeling ever. You gotta make sure your partner has your back. You're supposed to want to see each other succeed in life, but it becomes toxic when every accomplishment becomes a competition and one's goals become more important than the other. So it's crazy, but it's not uncommon for people to have competitive partners, jealous partners. It's like, you're doing this, oh well, I can do this. Can you just support me, babe? Like, calm down. No, like, I have to keep going. I gotta do this if you're doing this. Or just simply your partner has goals and they're just constantly going and going after their goals, and then lose sight of you and the support that you need because they're so gung-ho on getting to where they need to be. That's fine. That's totally fine. You're probably supporting them, but they can't support you. So it becomes draining. Be careful of the lack of support. It needs to be equal. Avoid lack of communication or toxic communication. When there's no generosity, lots of sarcasm, closed-mindedness, not talking at all, very impatient, never understanding of the other's point of view, always want to be right, giving one-word answers, or never the full story, never clear and straightforward. All of those things represent lack of communication and toxic communication. Avoid. Love your partner in their love language and not yours. It's so important to learn each other down to the T, so you can acknowledge your partner's love language. Because you might be one that's, oh, I gotta hear that, I look good, and your partner like, dang, you look good. They pumping you up, pumping you up, pumping you up. And then you're like, oh, you look good too, ain't you? And then they're like, thank you. And then you're like, well, I don't get the same energy. I'm giving you all this energy. You talking about I look good and I'm checking myself. I know. I just said thank you. Like, what's the problem? Man, whatever. And they out the door. Thinking you got an attitude or something. When really, that's not your love language. It's like, I'm telling you, you look good, and you out the door, but maybe I just want to chill. Get some quality time. Maybe I haven't hugged you all day because I've been so busy trying to get you ready and together and telling you how good you look, giving you those words of affirmation and things, and I just need a hug. I just need some touch. Or maybe I'm telling you how good you look and I haven't seen a gift since Christmas. Can I get something besides food? Can you surprise me with a gift? It's so important to know your partner's love language so you can be able to speak to it. In that particular example, yeah, man, you look good. All right, well, I'm good and cute for you, girl, because we about to Netflix and chill. Quality time being met, You done told him how good he look. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that you're able to meet everything, because when both of you are happy, you are able to have that healthier line of communication. Know your partner's love language. Avoid dishonesty. Liars. No. No sir, no ma'am. We don't tolerate those. Remember when Brandy in the partnership video just said, don't lie about simple things, your whereabouts. Just tell the truth. If you can lie about small things, we can only imagine the bigger things. So don't lie, because you're setting yourself up. You know, guys, you get tired of women nagging. Oh my goodness. Well, guess what? You lied, talking about you was at QT when you was really at 7-Eleven. Why did you lie? So now you done increased a little bit of doubt, and now she's questioning everything, when all you had to do was just say what you had to say. Avoid the headaches. Avoid those. Avoid dishonesty. Avoid patterns of disrespect. And I'm going to just go through the list. If they're always being late to events, your birthday party, the baby shower, your wedding, whatever. If they're always late to those events that matter most to you, red flag. Talking on the phone, texting on the phone, when you guys are supposed to be having y'all's time, red flag. Do they really care? Now, if something's going on like an emergency, ladies, fellas, calm down. Calm down. It's going to be all right. Wasting time. Don't be with a time waster. If you have to keep reminding somebody of something, telling them something, or whatever, more than likely they're just wasting your time, using you. Get out. Another pattern of disrespect is ignoring your partner's needs. If you have completely had to pretty much train this person on loving you and caring for you, and you've told them this 1,000 times over, they don't respect you. Let it go. And baby, if they never have moolah, that is a problem. If they never have money, that is a problem. Because I know we always say that men are supposed to be the breadwinners. I will never sign a petition that says otherwise, because I believe in that. I believe that men, should carry the load as men. Y'all want to be so strong and macho and prideful and all these things. Well, get to the bag then. If you're going to be all of that, then get to the bag. Because women do have a lot on their plates. So the least that men can do, since women are nurturers and carers of the world, is bring home the bread and share it. That's the least that a man can do. So I definitely agree, but at the same time, women, you have to be that man's backbone when you're in a relationship. In a committed relationship, let's make that clear. You have to be that backbone, because that man is out there working very, very hard to bring that money home. So the least that you can do while you're working and doing what you got to do is stash a little to the side. You save yours. So if hard times ever come up, he has your support. You're supposed to be that backbone. When he's like this, you straighten him up. You guys are one. Partners. So both should get the bread, but men be the provider. Men be the provider. It's very important to know the negative financial behaviors of a person before dealing with them. Because for any negative financial behavior a person has, it's going to follow them into whatever you guys agree to, whether that's marriage or whatever. It's going to trickle into that. So if they have bad credit, good credit, if they have tons of money, little money, if they have very big shoe collections or purse collections or whatever, but can barely put gas in the tank, that's a problem. I'm not saying that makes or breaks the relationship. It can break it. It can. But financial issues are something that you can work through. They have financial advisors everywhere. So get some help in that area if you need it. You, as someone looking for healthy partnerships, should definitely identify spending habits of your partner. Anyone who lacks self-care, whether that's hygiene, whether that's the habits that they have, you gotta have self-care in anything that you do. You gotta be able to care here first. Because if you don't care here first, you may put all your energy into your partner, neglect yourself, and end up just there. Dried up, no energy. You're more draining being there. Even if you don't even say anything, people feed off of energy. So you got to make sure to have that self-care. Toxic situations will allow you to kind of lose sight of yourself. And it's so important to know yourself and to take care of you. Another thing to look at that may be negative is if you feel that you have to walk on eggshells with your partner. You shouldn't feel that way. You should feel that you are free to say whatever you want and that they will come to you. Let's rewind. You can't say whatever you want to people and not think that there's not going to be any backlash to what you have to say. Be strategic in what you say. Get to the point without offending someone. If something bothers you, you should feel comfortable enough to go to your partner and talk about it. Don't always tiptoe around the situation. That's what causes massive blow-ups, and we don't want those. The massive trait to avoid outside of narcissism is abusiveness. Whether that's emotional, physical, or mental. Avoid, avoid at all costs. I don't know what I gotta do to say, get out. I need a broom, sweep you off like the Apollo stage, honey. Get out of there. Get out. You do not need to be involved with anyone that is abusive. There are many other toxic traits and things that we can talk about, but I just wanted to kind of point out and elaborate on those that was brought up in the partnership video. If you have not watched it, please go ahead and watch. It's very, very good information, I feel, not just because we did the video, but I really think a lot of people have either went through those types of situations, are going through them now, and you just need that courage to get out of there. And same thing with this video. I hope that you guys listened, you acknowledge some of those negative things that may be in your partner now, that you have been through or whatever. Don't go back. And if you're in a situation, get out. Get out. I always say, don't be afraid of counseling. If you need counseling, if you love that person that you're beside so much and they have some of these traits, get counseling. Counseling is okay. It's okay to get people in your business that don't know you. To me, sometimes those are the best people to get advice from. Yes, some counsel is going to tell you what you already know, but sometimes that mediator needs to be there, depending on how toxic y'all situations are. So don't be afraid to seek counsel. I want to leave you guys with a quote from Cosmic Connection. This quote was also included in 2 Trill Thursdays, and it states, "Men aren't trash. Women aren't crazy. Everyone is damaged. Most are distracted. Everyone needs healing. Not everyone is aware of what and how how to heal. That's where counseling comes in. They're able to point those things out. But let me get back to the reading. Nobody has all the answers. Be patient. Be transparent. Be compassionate. Be open to love. And be the light.